Now then, so I basically have been using Onslaught Pirates Raid quite a bit, and it feels pretty nice to be honest. Um, we already knew that Pirates was already solid. I don't think it was like tier one, but I think like bottom of tier two maybe, maybe middle of tier two. It kind of shifts as the meta shifts. And something I wanted to try out was the new Gallagher cards in the form of Highland Warlord and Magic Compass. Now, Magic Compass is a card. Don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's made for this kind of deck, but it has kind of saved my back a couple of times. So if you haven't seen what this does, it's an echo card that lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, play one, and the others go to your graveyard. And if you have less than 3 cards in your deck, you spawn and play a legendary Gallagher card that's not your deck. Now, we don't thin enough to ever get that second part. We're basically using it for that look at the top 3 cards kind of thing. Now, in round 3, this is kind of a incredible card to have because we're running very limited in the way of consistency. Just because I've typically found with pirates, you can get away with missing some golds because of just how solid in the mid range kind of thing it is. But if you do miss one of them, you can use this, and a lot of times you've had like Fukushia, Crack, whatever you're missing, and it's kind of helped out with that. I want to use it a bit more before I can say for sure how I feel about it. Because it does feel expensive for what it's doing. There may be better options in there. It's something that I think I'm going to think about a bit more. But the other card is Highland Warlord. Now, I don't think this is an insanely broken card, but it has impressed me. It has actually impressed me. When I saw this, I thought it's interesting, but I think it's too slow. Get you enough value. But I found it's typically pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I kind of mentioned in the last video, in my 6 faction 6 decks about how weirdly enough I'd been trying out like a more raid focused pirates list, and then they released this card and I thought, okay, great, that goes straight in. And I found it does okay. Getting things like War of Clans becomes deal 4 damage and play a test each invader, which is going to be up to 8 in round 3. So War of Clans all of a sudden is 4 points of removal and plays an 8 with Veil. Primal Savagery becomes deal 4, spawn a 6, so that's 10 points. Stunning Blow is 7, if it's got armor it kills a 9, so this is a pretty much tall removal. Gutting Slash becomes 6, or 8 with Bloodthirst. So all of a sudden you don't really need the expensive stuff you're kind of missing by being Diversion, things like Karathi and everything, because you have these quite cheap cards that are kind of insane in terms of how much removal they provide. In all honesty, I am considering putting something else to put in another Primal Savagery because that card has been so good. The downside is obviously if you don't draw these early, it can be a bit of a pain. You can also play them again with Harold there, very nice. But in terms of the game plan, it's just standard Pirates kind of stuff. Pray to get Terror of the Seas in your hand early, get lots of things damaged, play lots of mid-range cards that just play for a solid amount of value, outvalue your opponent, remove things that need removing, and try and get enough points just from the natural points you generate. And that's pretty much it. One matchup which has really been kind of sad is Vi. I think that's where the Tegvi or Morkvarg kind of argument comes in. At the moment, I'm running Tegvi. In all honesty, I think Morkvarg might be the way to go at the start of the season, just because people are playing a bit more greedy. But I think this is very, very meta dependent. Tegvi is more consistent. Tegvi in round 3 is always going to be 8 points on deploy and deal minimum of 4. So he's like 12 points in a bad situation. Morkvarg can be playing for 6 some matchups, so it's really, really matchup dependent, really meta dependent. Which of these is better? Another option would be dropping Magic Compass, shaving some provision somewhere. Maybe you drop the War of Clans for Primal Savagery and you chuck in a Morkvarg there. If you kind of just want to run both, which is definitely an option. Problem is you're going to miss some of that consistency off Magic Compass, but it is what it is. Uh, so yeah, no more rambling on. In the first game, I'm just going to talk about like content going forwards. I kind of mentioned last video that I was going to talk about it. Long and short of it is looking to make the content more regular. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and I will call it there in terms of looking over the deck, and we'll go straight into the game. Right, Death Wish. That's something I want to try myself, so get to that. But yeah, I'll use this game to kind of talk about the things I wanted to talk about. So, this isn't terrible. No one scored all right now. Where am I right now? I mean, we've got a really playable hand. So yeah, on the content side, I kind of mentioned, it's got to be Vi, isn't it? Why am I thinking it's going to be anything different? Honestly, that's probably worth killing if this is going to be Vi. So yeah, sorry, on the content kind of stuff. I kind of mentioned it in last video that of how it's been the last like month or so. For me, it's been like super busy, which is why there's been a big lag in content. It's not necessarily that I was like taking a break from Gwent. It's basically March is just always a busy month. It's Rhonda's birthday. It's both my parents' birthdays. I also had like 2 holidays in that time, so yeah. Oh, and I got coronavirus as well for like a week, which like absolutely killed me, so I couldn't do anything for that week. So I ended up like super busy for that month, which is kind of why there's basically like 2 videos. Not intentional, but is what it is. But in terms of stuff going forwards, I think weirdly it's been good though, because you know, I've had a bit of a break. If that makes sense, like had a bit of a break from work and things, from doing videos and things like that, and it's kind of given me time to almost have a break from like Gwent, so I can like refresh, because I really feel like playing the game at the moment, which is really nice. Good shot. And yeah, I think it's been pretty good for me, to be honest, and it's made me kind of think about what I want to do with the channel and stuff. And I do want to, I mean, I've been saying this for a while, but I do want to like get to a point where I'm doing daily uploads, and so I had a bit of a, you know, dive into how I have been doing stuff and how I plan to do stuff going forwards. Is I typically, when I record, I typically like do it basically the day before. You know, I pick the deck I want to use, play a load of games with it, pick out the best couple, do a like review of how the deck works and that kind of thing, and kind of jobs are good in effect at that point. And what I should really do is more do it in batches, because I find, you know, it's fine when that day is free and I can work on the video, spend a couple of hours on it and stuff. But the problem arises when you know, I have a busy week and stuff, and there's just, I never have like a backlog of videos to put up. It's all kind of done the day before in effect, which can be a bit of a problem when I get busy, exactly like I have been. So the kind of plan is, the plan is, instead I'm gonna try and in effect have more of a backlog of videos, so that I'm not having to just rely on having the day before a video is going to go up free before I post it. You know, like for example today was when I did yesterday's video, and I'm going to do this video and I'm going to do the next video like all today, so that should I get busy over the next couple of days, it doesn't matter, because videos are going to be there ready to go, and just try and always be ahead, if that makes sense. So I'm not having to constantly fall back on videos. I think it'll, you know, work better for everyone in general. It means there's less lags in content. Obviously I put out more content, but I can't want to do so. Yeah, I think it's going to work out good. It's going to work out good. However, this game, I'm not enjoying one bit. I've enjoyed these primal savageries though. Weird turn from them. Guessing they have a horn still. But that's okay. I've held this magic compass just because I don't want to burn like any of this. Our deck's just too stacked for us to use it. And I'm using this because I'm kind of trying it out. You know how it works. At the moment it feels a little scuffed. I'm not a huge fan of it right now. I don't think we want the Warlord right now. Gung Slash is kind of nice. Really want to be hitting these. Really want to be hitting all this stuff. Crack, haven't we? I think we actually stick on this, you know? Because Compass is like all but guaranteed to give us something nice. Road, does the road matter? Which would we grab out of these two? We'd probably grab this. So maybe range throw. Grab range throw, yeah. So, and the idea is like, they play Horn, we can play Defender into that, kill that. Then when the Bargeist comes out, we Gutting Slash it. Next one they play, we can trade it with Vader. Just try and keep their consumes to a minimum because they don't have any leaders left. So every single one we get rid of is a butt. This in effect is like a great little trade here. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe we don't have to trade into that. Should we not want to? What we can do is we can just grab another Raiders. Which I think is what we'll do.
Here's the better loot than in your wildest
yeah, I actually should have put Harold here just so we could put Covenant on this run, not trade if we wanted to. God, I wish I had a way to deal with this. We need Dench Fret, don't we? Need Dench Fret to just lock this up. Yeah, so there's the Bargeist, okay. And again, can't really trade into that. Compass. So let me think. We're not gonna get like last say, so we can't take the effectively. A little awkward. Okay, well we can just play this. Wish I had a Morgvarg. I cut Morgvarg to squeeze in some other stuff. No, I wish I'd just left him in. If I was going to be appearing on the ladder, surely you don't control. Guy's got no fear. Well, if he'd have consumed that, I had no fear. Right, so we can get damage there. Again, we don't really want to. We don't really want to be trading into this. Abagazi, now that is something we can kill. We'll just try and scare them off actually consuming it. Because they obviously want to spread out their consumes, which I think is correct. Oh, Vi's decided to appear again. It's correct to like spread it out like this and not consume it. But the longer we can do this, the longer they're kind of messing about and can't really do anything in response to everything we do. Exactly. And they're having to do this kind of thing instead of another summon of Vi.
You will never forget.
damage that. And I mean, I don't love this, but you know, it trades in. We can still trade with a Terror of the Seas. And if they have Haunt, Haunt's kind of dead now. Giant turd. Yeah. That's fine. Can't play this. And gonna have to use Dodell.
Treason! Turncoats! Rats!
And they probably have another summon for Vi. So I don't be enough, is it?
Freedom.
Oh wow.
For
Okay.
freedom.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, real sad one. Vi's Vi, isn't it? What can you do about Vi? Not a million miles off. And considering we missed Turkey and King Crown. Oh, terrible. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Vi's Vi. I don't know what they were doing in round 2. I really think that was a terrible bleed from them. And obviously taking off Gusha away was super bad. But Vi is Vi. It is. And yet again, I wish I had Morkbag. Honestly, it might be a case of putting in Morkbag for the start of the season. Just because Turkey, I think, is the better choice out of the two, but I think at this point in the season, we might be a little better suited having a Morkbag because people are going to be very, very greedy. Don't love having the Water Clans in hand, but at the same time, I don't want to dump it because it's super good to have. Okay. Good. Good stuff. Yeah, we can just set up the Burt. And really, we just want to get our Bronze Warriors down and probably pass. I mean, I really don't know how I feel about these. Because, I mean, bear in mind, this is with King Bran as well, so they're normally 3. They're not pirates, so obviously it doesn't synergize amazingly, but it's good enough. But you know, being able to make like Primal Savagery, deal 4, summon a 6 is very, very nice. Yeah, Cave Troll's annoying. Yep. Yep, play another one out. Believe it. They're just doing this because they want to chuck down ladders, no doubt. Stunning Blood deals 9. Oh, we can nearly kill this. Oh, we can actually nearly kill this. Just with a Stunning Blow. Maybe they are good. Maybe they are good. I mean, if they were 4, they would be nicer, because then we could borrow clans, but I guess can't be choosers and all that. And get some armor up on the Terror of the Seas as well. That would be pretty nice. But we are getting to. Beautiful. And we can damage this again, actually. Really nice. The one redeeming factor of pirates in this matchup is you can just, as they thrive stuff, just keep damaging it down. Get more armor should you need to. What we'll probably do is Babylon for Primal Savagery. So much tempo here. Primal Savagery into Brooks is just, I don't know. I think we probably just do that. And hope that's enough.
Blood for foul blood!
That's a lot of tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'd only 5 points, but they'd have to play in. So 1, 2, 3 plus is 26. Oh no, that's afterwards, won't we? Okay. Okay. If we need to play Tigby here really isn't the end of the world. Decent enough. Know what I mean? That is low enough tempo. We actually just pass here. Yeah. Now we give them the option of like, okay, Chief, play another card, or we're going to a very short round where we have our graveyard set up perfectly. Harold, we have Digby, we have Terra. Cool. That is good with me. That is good with me. Hopefully we can find Crack, Covenant, Fusha, Spordell. Oh, compass. Arms and compass would be nice. Right, don't think we want a raiders right now. Compass is very, very nice, as is War of Clans. I think we chuck King Bran. Yeah. Missing these two, sad. But we'll compass them across we find it. I kept this because in case the Sabbath and they pull back Cave Troll, Stunning Blow will just eat through that. Which will work out very, very nicely. I mean, we could even Herald for Warlord. Okay, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. So, I want to keep this because I think they almost certainly are going to be running a Unseen Elder. That's what we want to do about that. Options. So we can go Herald into Raiders if we want to. If we really want to slow them down and be annoying, we can War of Clans for Test each Invader. But I actually think it's this. I mean, they may play a Queen of the Night. Queen of the Night to purify that is decent. So they may end up doing that. But I really don't want to use this up because I'm expecting that I'm going to see a Unseen Elder. This kind of suggests, especially with the Dettlaff, that it might just be... Oh no, okay. I was going to say it might be Diversion, but never mind. Alright, it's looking good. It's looking good. Delaying the compass is kind of sad. But what we may end up doing with it is trying to pull Fukushia to get Babylon to get a Gutting Slash to deal 6 to hit something. Not fun. Not fun at all. Since when were vampires unitless? I will take it. I will definitely take it. Granted, we only get the one trick. Well, we get the two because of War of Clans. War of Clans grab Tess each. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, cool. So, we'll War of Clans. You. That off. Just get that. Again, I don't know what to expect. Not know what to expect. Oriana, yeah. You. And better to do it this way around. Just because then we get the extra armor on the Terror of the Seas. And their Regis isn't going to be as big. Because they've taken a, like a short round. Fast uneven. No, that's fine. Odds on that being Regis are like the one, right? Stunning Blow deals 7, 4. I'd like for this to survive. Whether it will or not. Oh no, he's gonna hit it with the Regis, isn't he? But yeah, this is more than enough. Yeah, they're like 1 point. Very clean kills this. Yeah, I mean that would have been perfect for the trade, the one spare armor goes there, but it works, it works. I kinda... Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Warlords. They've been doing okay though. I've been relatively impressed. When I first saw them I thought, it's too slow, but I think in this particular setup, where you're also running a King Bran, it kind of alleviates some of that, and having access to such huge removal is really, really nice. So give this a try. I feel like it's kind of an improvement on the old style of pirates. Yeah, that's everything from me, and I'll catch you in the next one.